Okay, I wanted to catch the light, and it's a Saturday afternoon, and I have nowhere to be, so I figured this is probably just as good a time to do this video. Welcome everyone. You have probably noticed, if you have been someone keeping up with my channel, that the name has changed. Do You Speak Cilantro is no more. We are now rocking with Nomad Peeps TV. I have done a complete brand overhaul. It's the reason why the videos have not been as frequent, because I have been working on rebranding from Nomad Peeps TV, which is on YouTube, my YouTube channel. I now have a website. If you go to nomadpeeps.com, you will see it is up and running, or somewhat up and running. I'm still working on some things, and I am also working on another project that I dare not say its name. Just not yet. Just not yet. So like I said, today I want to try to catch the light. It's been raining all day here in Korea, like pretty much all day yesterday, all day this morning. And I was like, oh, raining is kind of like the excuse to kind of just like stay my ass in my pajamas, which I kind of currently am. I am in booty shorts at the moment, and I was like, you know what, let me you could see how the hair is looking, so I was like, let me just puff it up, put on a little something something, and yeah, get into this video. What I'm talking about today is somewhat of a serious note. I'm talking about sexual harassment abroad. So before I get into this, if anybody, this is a bit of a trigger warning. Some of the things I'm going to be talking about have to do with maybe domestic abuse, or just abuse in general, things of that nature. So if you are someone that is a bit sensitive to this topic, I just want to let you know ahead of time. The reason I'm doing this video is because as a woman of color, I've been a solo traveler for the past, well, pretty much forever. Safety is always one of those things that is such a big topic for women who are going to be going abroad. And overall, of all the places I've been, all my travel experiences, I am, knock on wood, very blessed to say that I haven't had anything serious happen. I know that's not always the case, unfortunately, because women, we still have to put up with a lot of bullshit in the world. I'm making this video because I want to say about this is about 3 weeks ago. It was right before, it was before Chuseok holiday. Chuseok is a big holiday here in Korea where everyone has like a week off. So this was, yeah, about 3 weeks ago, 3.5 weeks ago. I was heading to work, and I think this was, I want to say, was it a Friday morning? Oh no, y'all, I gotta think. I can't even remember. Pushed it out of my mind. Yeah, so this was like, yeah, it was a Monday morning. It was kind of like, I remember it being Monday, because I was like thinking to myself, why the hell is this happening to me on a Monday morning? So I'm walking through, I have to walk through a station to get to my bus stop. It's about a 10-minute walk. Walking through, minding my own business, headphones in, and I happened to see two guys. I want to say, I'm going to guess that they were African, and my guess ended up being right, but happened to walk past them, didn't say anything, whatever. Get to my bus stop, and I noticed one of the guys was kind of there lingering. This is about 2 minutes later. When I'm walking outside, I keep headphones in, I keep sunglasses in. They are my invisibility cloak. I have been known to tear up a room and be late to where I need to be, just because I don't have my earphones. Because for me, well, just because music, I don't like to, you know, it's interesting, it makes a ride interesting, especially if you have to travel. But for me, I just need earphones. And of course, I know they say that as a woman, you got to be careful if you're walking by yourself with earphones on, and that's true, especially if it's some place you're not familiar with, a place that you don't know. But in this case, you know, it's my regular work route, and it's everybody is 50 million 11 people around me, everybody's going to work. So the guy comes up to me and he starts talking to me, and you know, it's like, I don't know what it is with dudes, or I think people, you know, when you have that look on your face, like you're not trying to be bothered. It's just really annoying because I feel like some people just can't catch a hint, or it's usually they don't want to catch the hint is most likely the case. And because I saw this dude's lips moving, I'm realizing like, oh, he's talking to me. So I take off my earphones and I'm like, yes. And he's like, hello. I'm like, hello, how are you? How are you? You know, like this little exchange. And for some reason that Monday morning, I was not with it. And I just kind of already, sometimes you just know, you just automatically know with certain people. If you're like a person who, like me, I'm really big and I believe in being able to read people's energy. And reading people's energy, you can kind of feel like if you're someone who's conscious of it or you pay attention to it, you can read and kind of feel the energy that people are rocking with. And I just kind of already was like, bruh. So like, yeah, so he's like basically trying to start chatting up small talk, which I hate. I hate small talk. And you know, and started to kind of go into the I like you, da 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 da, and then he's like, oh, can I have your number? Eventually goes into that. And oh, actually before that, yeah, he started like, oh, do you live around here? I'm like, yep. And he's like, do you where are you going? And I'm like, I'm going to work. He's asking me about work and then started where I live, which I'm like, I live here in Pyeongtaek, because that's as far as I said, because, you know, I don't play that game. Yeah, I saw you. I really like you. Can I have your number? I'm like, I just don't understand. Like, and I'm like, no, I don't really feel uncomfortable, you know, with giving out my number. And he's like, oh, please. I'm like, nah, not really. He's like, well, what about cacao? He's like, I'm new here. I don't know anybody, da 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 da. So I'm like sitting there. I'm like, yeah, I'm like, where the hell is this bus? If you follow me on Instagram, you probably already know about this story because I actually posted like real time after the whole incident had happened, which is why you should follow me on Instagram. It was just kind of like this back and forth, and finally I saw my bus come and I was like, hallelujah. I've never ever been so happy to see the bus coming. So I'm like, oh, sorry, da 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 da. And he like actually handed me his phone, like threw his phone in my hand, and he's like, oh, and I'm trying to like hand it back to him. I'm like, bruh, here, like take your, and he's like not taking it. So I put the phone down and I hop on the bus, and I'm like, okay, thank goodness. I get on the bus, you know, beat my card. Tell me why I turn around to sit down and he was on the bus and the bus was pulling off. Like, what? This is actually the first time I've ever had something like this happen to this level. Like, there will be, of course, yeah, people like, or well, not people, men will try to like, you know, whatever, the cat calling, the chatting up, da da da. I've experienced that, but it's never gone beyond the point where somebody actually followed my ass onto the bus. That, you know, before I'm like, nah, whatever. I'm just, it's like a fly, like a fly pestering me. Didn't really think anything of it, but the moment that he got onto the bus, that's when I was kind of like, oh shit. Like, and that's scary. It's a little bit scary too, because it's like, if this person is crazy enough to get on a bus after a person that they don't know, and after you already kind of told them no. In my mind, I was like, okay, I don't want this guy to see where I work. Like, is he actually going to follow me? And like, he sat in front of me, turned around, begging, like he's begging me for my phone, and for my phone number. There were people on the bus. There were like some ajumas and ajuses on the bus and everything. And like, so I mean, I wasn't like that. I wasn't too shook where I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna do something to me. It was still unsettling because, all right, this guy is on here. I'm saying no. I'm refusing, and he's not taking no for an answer. So finally I had to say, because I'm like, I even said, you are making me uncomfortable. You are making me uncomfortable right now. I don't know you. Really, I think I just ended up giving him a fake cacao. I was like, at this point I was desperate because I was like, actually, like I was around the corner from my school. That's how long this exchange. It's like a 15-minute bus ride. This exchange lasted like about 10 minutes. So I was like, okay, if I give you my cacao ID, will you like, well, I was in my mind, I was like, will you fuck off? But I didn't say that, but I was like, and I just, you know, da da da. And so finally we did, and he had the nerve to be like, how do I get back to the station? The next day I was walking to the bus stop because I told my mom about this whole situation, and I was like, I hope he's not there the next day. So I'm like, the next day, Tuesday, I'm walking to the bus stop, and I decided to go. This time I didn't go the way that I normally walked. I think I ended up taking the back way, taking an elevator. What did I do? I think I took an elevator up. I took an elevator up to the train. I didn't walk the main pathway that everyone walks. I took the elevator, cut through the station and out to the other side. And I even went and I went to the other end of the bus stop, and I didn't see, and did I see him that time? I did see him, but from a distance, but he didn't see me. And I was like, oh my gosh, okay, so he's still lingering around. Day 3, I saw him again. He was actually waiting at the bus stop on the 3rd day, and I was like, shit. So I ended up going the other way, and he was like standing there. He had like a bag, but for some, I kept my head down, and I actually was like, oh my god, oh my god. My heart was pounding, y'all, too. My heart was pounding, and like I walked right past him, was looking on my phone the whole time, didn't no eye contact, got on the bus, and he didn't get on. He didn't, like, it was like nothing. Okay, the next day, nothing. And then that leads to, I think it was that Friday. That Friday, I head to the bus stop, and I'm thinking, okay, everything's all right. And he was there, and I was like, oh my god, you have got to be kidding me.